Thanks, guys. Lots to get to on this final Tuesday of the semester. We'll put a bow on baseball season ahead of the final series of the regular season, but we'll start tonight on the gridiron. Now that the dust has settled after this year's NFL draft, rookies are settling in with their new homes. Our own Kevin Glick takes a look at just how many former Hawkeyes have gotten a shot at an NFL roster in recent history. The numbers may surprise you.
Leading up until this season's NFL draft, the Hawkeyes were in first in the Big Ten, not in conference titles, but the number of draft picks put into the league since the start of the decade in 2010. Since then, only Ohio State has had more prospects, 23 called in Radio City Music Hall, narrowly besting Kirk Ferentz, who's had 22 Hawkeyes names called in the past 4 years. Both the Bucks and Hawks have each had 3 first-round picks in that time span as well, tied for second behind Wisconsin. Despite the opposite conference location and competition level, the 22 Hawkeyes selected since 2010 would be best with 5th in the almighty SEC. Not bad for the school in the middle of the Midwest when looking at football factories like Alabama and LSU's recruiting managers. That doesn't even count the number of undrafted free agents signed from seasons past and players from this campaign, which included the likes of James Morris, BJ Lowry, and Tanner Miller, all signing undrafted free agent contracts days after the draft. It's no secret that NFL teams like Kirk Ferentz coach players, but it's remarkable just how many get a shot at playing professionally. Kevin Glick, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Here in Iowa City, a few start times for the 2014 campaign have been announced. Hawk fans will have to get up early for a number of 11 a.m. kickoffs again this season. Ferentz and crew open up Big Ten play at Purdue. They'll have a week off before another early homecoming game against Indiana, and their first trip to conference newcomers Maryland will also be a morning kickoff. Baseball's head coach Rick Heller is just a few days away from wrapping up his regular season in Iowa, and he stands a pretty good chance of taking his squad into the postseason for the first time since 2010. I took a look at what the first season under Heller looked like. It was a season for Iowa's taking. A new coach staff under a head coach who had the knack for turning around dismal programs. It began like any fairy tale, wins accumulating an onlookers' surprise and such an early rapid increase of production from an Iowa team. The Heller era opened their season with back-to-back wins, the first time since 2006. Then it was 6 straight for the Hawks, the longest winning streak since their 2007 season. Then it was 7, and suddenly Iowa was off to their best program start in 74 years. The wins keep on coming. Heller and company opened the conference season with a series win against the Huskers, a first conference opening series since 1998. Statistically, Iowa was improving in almost every aspect after a season of only 2 home runs. Iowa currently has 23. But Heller's first season may not have a fairy tale ending. Iowa has skidded through their final stretch, dropping 5 of their last 7 games and falling to the bottom portion of the Big Ten standings at the number 8 spot, and at jeopardy of losing a spot in the postseason Big Ten tournament. 8th in the Big Ten may not be the ideal way to wrap up a conference season, but you still have to look at the season as a positive start to what could be a long coaching career at Iowa for Heller. Heller is just 3 shy of 30 wins at 27-20. The last time Iowa reached 30, 2010. Iowa will wrap up their regular season this weekend with a 3-game series against Purdue. That's all for now. Tune in tomorrow for a full 30-minute live show with extended coverage of everything you need to know black and gold, including an interview with Daily Iowan Male Athlete of the Year, Tony Ramos. Back to the desk, but first,